what we're here for. We're here to talk about what makes a persuasive sales email, okay? We're not just talking about things like a newsletter. We're talking about emails that actually get people to buy your art. So we're going to talk about what the elements of that are. So what makes a persuasive sales email? The first one is a compelling story. And this is something that a lot of people just kind of skip over. They think, oh, I can just write a newsletter about what I'm doing with my art without including this compelling story. We'll talk about that. Next thing, clear, warm writing. I want to emphasize that you don't have to be a great writer to write great sales emails. You really don't even have to be a good writer in terms of like having great grammar and great punctuation and all that kind of stuff. Some of the most successful artists that I know don't really write that well in academic terms, but they write in a way that is warm and clear and helps people understand exactly what the artist wants them to do, and it feels personal. There should be a clear ask with a single simple action. One of the things that I see a lot of artists struggling with is they say, oh, I send a newsletter every month, but nothing really happens because of it. If your newsletter is just like a long list of here's what I've got going on and here's my shows coming up and it's just a whole bunch of links, those are the least effective forms of email. And we'll talk a little bit about why. So if you've already started doing the email marketing challenge, then some of this, what I'm going to talk about here, is going to be familiar. But I want to set the stage a little bit for what we're going to talk about in terms of persuasive, effective emails. I want to make sure that we're setting people up who join your email list, that we're setting them up for success. So first thing first, on your website, it is very common to have some sort of opt-in gift. You might sometimes hear these called opt-in offers, opt-in like an ethical bribe, whatever you want to call them. But you'll all be familiar with this. This is from an artist that I know in Chicago. It says, hello, I make art exploring strange spaces that lie between our unconscious minds and the waking world using 1,000 degrees of burning heat on wood. This is such a compelling sentence. And then there's a little, the little place for somebody to put in their first name and their email address. And it says, join my mailing list to receive special sneak peeks at new artwork, a printable greeting card and envelope with my artwork, and my special bonus guide to 7 easy tricks to add beauty and creativity to your everyday life. So the neat thing about this is she's giving away a very small printable piece of art, so the person can take it and print it out and have it as a greeting card. And then the special bonus guide, the 7 easy tricks to add beauty and creativity to your everyday life, is literally just a guide on how to frame and hang her work. And this is very straightforward stuff. So you're providing something that's valuable to the collector, helping them get to know a little bit about you and your work and how to interact with your work, right? Then another one, this is from ArtPlacer user Jose Levesque, which I hope I said that your name right, Jose. I think she's here on the call today. So I like this one because she's offering a complimentary downloadable wallpaper that people can use on their computer, and it can be for the desktop or for the phone or for their phone. So these are just little things you can do for people to kind of get them in the door to join your email list. That then when they're there, you can start building a relationship with them. All right, I want to talk, before we get too much further into email, a little bit about design. So sometimes artists I'll see these super awesome, beautifully designed emails that are really heavy and in terms of color and texture and design. And I want to emphasize that those are actually the worst kind of emails in terms of performance, in terms of delivering to your end user in their primary inbox and not being sent to spam. Your email should be simple and clean. There's an actual size limit on the email, especially for Google users. Google is very serious about limitations on the size of emails that go to people's inboxes. So these are just little technical things that you want to make sure you're paying attention to. For most email service providers, if you're using like MailChimp or ConvertKit or something like that, they will tell you when you're composing the email, hey, this email is too big and it's going to get truncated or cut short by Gmail, right? So if that happens, your email is a lot less likely to get read because when somebody opens it, it'll just be blank. And they have to click on these little three dots to get it to fully expand. So focus on the art, keep your email design simple, basically a plain white background with your art.